there are two types of reaction, simple reactions and the complex reaction. In simple reaction, that means these are the one-step reaction in which, for example, HCl plus NaOH get converted into NaCl and water. So that reaction is get completed into only one step. That type of reaction is called as the elementary step reactions. While in complex reaction, there are number of steps. For example, we can consider the organic complex formation reaction. In that case, there are number of steps. So, the mechanism of the reaction is important for determination of the rate of that reaction. So, in that mechanism, we can understood which rate or which step is slow. So the slow step in the mechanism is the RDS, that is the rate determining step. Here we are considering the new term, that is molecularity and the order of reaction. Now for the simple reaction, the hydrolysis of the ethyl acetate, then we are getting the water and the ethyl acetate as a two reactant, but here the water is used in a large excess amount as a solvent. So for this reaction, the molecularity is 2 and the order is 1. So what is the molecularity? Molecularity is the number of molecules involved in the reaction, while the order is the reactant molecule which is present in the rate determining step. So the order of reaction for the hydrolysis of ester is 1, while that type, the reaction in which the molecularity and the order of reaction is different, such a type of reactions are called pseudo-molecular reactions. Discuss in a simple reaction, the molecularity and the order of reaction are different, then such a type of reactions are pseudo-molecular reaction. Then in what happens in the complex reaction? In complex reaction, for example, we are considering here 3 moles of A and 2 moles of B are get converted into P and Q as a product. The mechanism for this reaction is given as below. So, in this mechanism, the first step A plus B is converted into C plus D, that is the slow step. So, in the mechanism, which step is slow? That is the rate determining step. It is called as RDS, and which is important for determining the rate of overall reaction. So overall rate of reaction is depends on the concentration of A and concentration of B, while the molecularity is depends on how many moles, how much moles are present in your reactant molecules. Therefore, the molecularity for this reaction is 5 and the order of this reaction is 2. So, what we can write? Rate is directly proportional to concentration of A and concentration of B. So, here the order is 2. Up to this point, we have the idea what is order of reaction. So, order of reaction is the sum of all the exponents present in the rate law equation. So, the order of different reaction can be determined by using the different method. The methods are integrated rate law method, differential rate expression method, third one is half-life method, and fourth one is the isolation method. Zero order reaction. Consider a reaction. A is converted into product P. For this reaction, write the rate as minus dA upon dt is directly proportional to the A raised to 0. So in next step, we are removing the proportionality sign and introducing the one of the constant as K. And here the concentration of A raised to 0 becomes 1. Therefore, in next step, we have the minus dA upon dt is equal to K. Rearranging the equation and taking the integration, we have minus dA upon dt is equal to integration of K. So we taken the limit from A is equal to A0 to the A, and for time t is equal to 0 to t is equal to t. So the integration of the concentration of A is nothing but A, that is the constant term, and integration of the dt is t. So we can put the limits, upper limit as A and the lower limit as A0, and while here the upper limit is t and the lower limit as a 0. So according to the integration rules, upper limit minus lower limit, we can write A minus A0 is equal to K into T minus T0. So rearranging this equation, we get K is equal to A minus A0 upon T. Now this A minus A0 can be replaced by using the term X. So we can have the last term as K is equal to X upon T. So X is equal to the A minus A0, that is the reactant, which is how much reactant is consumed. Since half-life of the any reaction one can find out. So what is first of all half-life period? So the half-life period is the time in which the initial concentration of the reactant is exactly become to half. So half-life time for the zero order reaction can be determined as we can take T is equal to T half and the concentration X is equal to X by 2. Therefore, by putting these values in the above this equation, we can have this T half is equal to X upon 2K. That is the half-life period of zero order reactions.